Hi, it's KCCK's Culture Crawl. I'm Dennis Green, and my guest today is Cecilia Rakutek from the National Czech and Slovak Museum and Library. Cecilia, welcome.
Thanks, Dennis. Good to be here, as always.
Yes, a busy spring.
Oh, yeah.
I know you've got a lot of things coming up, and the one that we are primarily going to talk about is a jazz event. Yay!
We are so excited because we're bringing the top jazz singer from the Czech Republic, Jan Smigmator, and he's going to be accompanied by a favorite here that I know you know well, of course, Emil Viklický.
Yes, Emil has been here a couple of times over the last several years. It's probably been close to 10 years since he's been here.
He came right before the flood.
Yeah,
the week before the flood.
Okay, more like 16 years. Okay.
Yeah, it's been a while.
Time flies when you're old. But yes, he's been our favorite for a long time. We got to know a lot of what is happening in the Czech and Slovak republics and also Eastern Europe in jazz in general because of our relationship with Emil. And now we see him on social media and see him performing around Europe and continuing to be one of the leading jazz pianists of his generation in Europe. And what a pleasure to get him back here.
Oh, we are so excited because we've been working on this for about 3 years now to get him back here and then to partner him up with Jan Smigmator. And we met Jan several years ago. Jan he sings in English, so he's a great jazz. And his mentor was Marilyn May, which I'm sure. And one of the things about Jan is in 2023, he was invited to go to Carnegie Hall, and he was there, and the Czechs chartered a plane with 240 Czechs just to hear him in Carnegie Hall. That's how popular he is. And so we confirmed that he was going to be here, and he got Emil, and so we are just absolutely thrilled.
And so you said he sings, does he sing primarily in English? Surely in the Czech Republic he sings in
No, he does both, but he's going to be, this concert's all going to be in English, so that's
well,
great.
I suppose that when you're singing standards, it's a lot easier to sing them in the original language.
I think so, yes, and he's so connected, like I said, to Marilyn. She came to his concert at Carnegie Hall, and last year she was performing at a theater in New York, so we went there, and he was there, of course. She's 96 years old, Marilyn May, and she said, I'll come to Cedar Rapids anytime, so we got to work on her, and because she said, I love Cedar Rapids, my first boyfriend was from there, and he was a Dvořák. Is that great? So
that's awesome.
That was that
How did Marilyn and Jan get together? Do you know?
He said that when he was a young aspiring artist, he started following American artists, and he started writing to her, and they became friends. And now they've seen each other several times, and they go back and forth.
Wow. So that is coming up Wednesday the 16th.
Right. We made it after tax day so everybody can come and celebrate. And we'll have an evening of great jazz. You can get tickets online at ncsml.org. And just it's the Smigmator Viklický Jazz Concert at 7:30.
And tell me about, I guess, I'm sorry to say, Cecilia, that I have not seen a music event since the museum remodeling. Will this be in the regular ballroom, or do you have another location?
No, it'll be in the big ballroom.
Okay,
so we have plenty of room.
Oh, acoustics, and the acoustics in there matter room a lot. Yeah, the acoustics in there are very good.
And we're hoping to really warmly welcome both Viklický back and Jan as a new person coming back, because he only really has done New York and Chicago, and so here's going to be a new treat for him, and we're so happy he's coming.
This is definitely a rare treat.
It is indeed.
To get the artists in the Midwest, even with the significant attractor of the museum.
And I think it really shows, but this is a great example of where the museum is looking at things beyond sort of the Czech and Slovak story, but bringing into a current 21st century context and singers that really, I think, will relate to everyone.
It is. I know that Emil's music in particular, he has taken, like every good jazz musician, he takes the music that he knew and grew up with. And in this case, he's done a lot of things with the Moravian and Czech and Slovak folk tunes and given them a jazz flavor. And very interesting that Jan is doing exactly the opposite. He's going into the Great American Songbook and using those as his inspiration.
Absolutely. And together they're really, I think, enhancing each other. We heard him in Canada 3 years ago, I think, and together they really do a great performance.
So that's coming up on Wednesday the 16th, and I know that you've got, what else is on the calendar after that?
We've got our big weekend of May 1st through May 5th. Every night we have something going on. May 1st, we have an opera concert by Kylie Gugler from Berklee College featuring Dvořák, our good friend Antonín Dvořák, of course, who loved Iowa. And then on Friday night, we have a concert with the faculty from Juilliard College of Music in New York, School of Music. 5 of them, Jacob Baranek, who is Czech and has been at the museum several times, organize this. That's Friday, May 2nd. And then on May 3rd is our gala filled with all sorts of activities. And also on May 2nd, we have a big economic summit with people coming from Europe and all over the U.S. for this economic summit. Then at night's the concert with Juilliard. Saturday, the 3rd is the gala. Then the 4th is our legacy brunch. And then the 5th is another great concert that I think your audience would really enjoy. And that's going to be Colorful People. It's a mix of modern and folk.
Wow. So when I said you were busy, I wasn't just kidding.
No, it's amazing because our Czech and Slovak musicians want to come to Iowa now, which is great.
And we should also mention that you recently brought out the horloge.
The horloge,
and it's there all the time, of course, but you shut off the music and the characters and all that during the winter, and it is now up and running again.
It is from 9 to 9 every day, every hour. So it'll start with 4 minutes before the hour, and we'll be playing Smetana's Vltava music to get people to come. Then the clock starts chiming, and then they go after the clock. It's Dvořák's New World Symphony, and then the dog barks.
And always stay for the dog bark.
Yep, you got it. And that's every 15 minutes, too. Did you know the dog barks every 15 minutes?
Oh, yeah. And remind people about why there's a dog barking.
Because the one in Prague has a rooster. And when I was working with Ernie Burish to develop this concept of this Prague-style orloy, he said, I don't want a rooster, I want a dog. So this is an honor of Ernie Burish.
Nice. So that happens every hour, every 15 minutes. The wonderful Orloy Clock Tower, one of only, is it three?
Eight in the world. And the only one in the Western Hemisphere.
Yeah. That is modeled after the astronomical clock in Prague. So just another wonderful example of how we've imported and adapted the Czech heritage of our ancestors here to our community.
Absolutely, and we want to share it with everyone, and I think that's so important. The other day we were talking about kolaches, something that we make at the museum, and we decided that it's the official pastry of Cedar Rapids.
I agree, but you have to give me a ruling here. Kolach or kolachi?
Kolach. Kolach is singular, and kolache is plural.
Oh,
Golache is plural and golach is singular. I'm going to have a golach for breakfast, golach, and together we will have golache.
Okay, there. That mystery is finally solved.
Okay, good.
So again, Wednesday, April 16th for the Jan Smigmator and Emil Viklický concert at the museum. Tickets are available on your website, which is?
ncsml.org. ncsml.org.
And it looks like we're going to get Jan and Emil in studio with us the afternoon of the concert, so be listening for that too.
Okay, good. So, thanks so much.
A pleasure as always to see you. Come back and tell us about upcoming events in a few weeks.
You bet. We're glad to be part of and working with you, and congratulations on your 50th.
Oh, thanks. You can hear The Culture Crawl live on the radio most weekdays at 10:30, on demand at kcck.org/culture, or subscribe using your favorite podcast player. Watch our videos on the KCCK Facebook and YouTube channels. Our producer is Lydia Kilgore. The Culture Crawl theme is composed by Vivian Shanley. I'm Dennis Green, and I'll talk to you later.